I am making lots of assumption in this chapter. The first one is that you are very familiar with what is a syllabus, so I'm not describing or explaining anything about the syllabus. However, I would like to add that the syllabus is like the program that a computer uses to run, and then those people who use the program are the users. So the users of the syllabus are the teachers, and those who are taught experience the syllabus. If you are reading this book, it's most likely that you are the product of a syllabus of some education board or university. There's a natural tendency for people to blaspheme the old and herald the new, but can't complain about the old syllabus because I reached this far in my life in terms of learning and education, then many others have not only succeeded to learn a lot, but to make lots of money from that learning. So definitely there must be something good about this syllabus. The best part of this syllabus that is being used around the world is that it's very systematic. It builds from the basic skills and data and facts that we should know. Then it adds on more skills, more data, more facts. Every time we are made to practice those skills, we are taken an examination on each of them, and then we are taught higher level skills and data and facts. This process continues with every increasing grade. Then this continues in university. Therefrom, we take those skills, data, and facts that we learned to the office in our careers. They serve us pretty much well. The result of the education system we have is continuously expanding economy, stable governments around the world, innovations. Without this old syllabus, all this would not have been possible. This syllabus has produced the engineers that built our roads, buildings, and the information technology. It has built the financiers that build the financial systems like banks, venture capital, private equity, and now cryptocurrency. This same old syllabus has produced the modern marvels of medicine, which has elongated our lifespan significantly. So we can't say that this system and the existing syllabus is bad. It has produced standards in everything. Not mentioned earlier in the history of education, the apprentice system was very prevalent in earlier times instead of schools. But when you have an expert teaching novices, then it's not systematic. The whole process of apprenticeship cannot be mass produced like education system of today has done to students. This syllabus enabled a situation whereby we do not need to have to beg a master to teach us the skills to become proficient in a particular career. The syllabus gave us freedom to make our own path. We knew what we had to study. It was transparent, and the most important, its high skill was based on the lower skill. When I'm talking about syllabus, I'm talking about every course, be it in science or management or humanities, etc. Amazingly, the syllabus in any subject in any place of the world follows a similar trend. Like in the history of education we discussed, there seems to be a natural tendency for syllabus to be systematic, then adding brick upon brick until the highest skills are attained. However, in my counseling sessions, I am seeing a failure of this very good syllabus on an increasing rate. Teachers have no clue why the students are not able to score high grades in the exams. So they put them in class for longer and lecture louder. but still it's not producing the desired results of higher pass rates and higher marks. Many of those students eventually fail and drop out of the education system altogether. Many of them hate studies. As if the teachers, the students themselves don't know what's wrong with them and why they couldn't keep up and dropped out of the system. Consequently, they lose all their aspirations in life regarding to learning and being educated. Instead, their only route to having status in society is by earning money. But even to do that, you need to have some brains. Consequently, the trend is to do low-level blue-collar jobs in more developed country than one is living. In this way, they can earn higher wages for doing the low-level jobs. In this way, they can earn money and gain status without an education. It is just a sad state of affairs. When I meet those students who cannot cope with the current syllabus in my counseling sessions, I investigate the reason for their failures. Because I do not judge them and do not lecture them, they are very open and answer all the diagnostic questions that I ask. So my finding is that the problem with the old syllabus that we are using is that it is based only on one quadrant of the four quadrants, namely the blue quadrant or the skills quadrant. As I mentioned in the earlier chapter, only 1/4 of the population, or even less, is naturally born with the predomination of this blue quadrant. However, our whole education system is designed for this particular brain dominance of the lower left quadrant or blue quadrant. Consequently, what is happening is that the students who have a very weak preference for procedure and systematic approach get lost in a syllabus that is based on the blue quadrant. Most of the students do not want to be told just what to learn and how to do the various activities that will enhance their skills just for the sake of it, or at least to pass in the exam. No, most of the students want to know what are those skills for and how they relate to their daily lives. They want to be interested with that subject that they are learning the skills of. But the current syllabus has no provision to link the skills to the daily lives of the students. I wonder why this particular feature was not added in the old syllabus, because it's not that difficult. It would be so simple as just to add a few more lines in each of the chapters, linking all the facts and data and skills to the daily lives of the students. It could be their relationship with friends, parents, the food that they eat, the transportation that they use, the games that they play, the things that they see around them, hear and experience. It takes a bit of effort, but somehow nobody has made that particular jump from the skill quadrant to, yes, you guessed it right, the information or the red quadrant. The students in this lower right quadrant are the ones who are suffering the most from this current educational system. For them, this old syllabus is so alien and nonsensical. It is mean, dictatorial, and useless. They can't relate to it. They are just told to learn how to derive, simplify, prove, calculate, and so on, and they see no fun in that. They are told to memorize some facts and data, and they see no purpose of such information in their lives. Consequently, what happens is that they don't work hard enough and they miss class, they don't do their homework, and don't pay attention in class. And this is unplanned for in the old syllabus. In it, there should be no classes missed and no homeworks undone. Everything is so tightly packed. Every skill, every data, every fact is linked to one another. Very tight pyramid. What this means is that if you miss one particular block of skill or information in the lower level, then when we are taught the higher skill or facts, we can't understand, and we don't have the skills to execute the higher problems. So this is the biggest disease in the educational system today because of the way the old syllabus was designed. It was designed with the red quadrant population not existing. They had no idea that there were other people in the world than blue quadrant students. The robustness of the old syllabus is its own downfall. It worked in a time where there were fewer students because only those who were serious and determined to alleviate their financial status from lower to higher joined schools. Now we have more students entering the education system because the earlier generation of parents had suffered from a lack of education and toiled in blue collar jobs overseas, realized that education would prevent their offsprings from the same fate. However, their children were not able to understand how education would make them rich. But more than that, in the last decade, technology in the form of internet and the various apps came. This led to the failure of the old syllabus. How you would say? Well, the syllabus was designed for the red quadrant people, not existing. But apparently, more and more of them had entered the educational systems. Before the internet age, they would study, that is, try to enhance the skills and memorize some facts, despite the feeling of boredom and apathy. But after the prevalence of broadband and social media, as well as lack of parental supervision, because both parents had got to be working to keep the children in school. What happened is that the red quadrant students missed the acquisition of the basic skills at the bottom of the inverted pyramid that the old syllabus was designed as. However, through memorization, they passed the exams without those skills. The assumption of the skill quadrant is that once the lower skills are taught, then they don't need to be taught again. And in the higher class, the higher skills can be taught directly. This is how the blue quadrant people operate because they are so systematic. But those red quadrant students miss the lower skills, and they were promoted to the higher grades and taught the high skills. Nobody wants to rock the boat, so the teachers don't speak about it, and the students also don't mention it. So many types of skills and facts and data are missed that it's almost impossible for a teacher to identify which is the missing link in the inverted pyramid of the skills quadrant. Nobody has got the patience to find out what particular skill is missing that is leading to the students suffering from the inability to understand in the course that he is studying currently. Once there is no understanding, memorization is difficult and passing the exam is highly improbable. So this is what I am trying to do here in this book, to provide the diagnostic tools to find out exactly which skills, facts, and data the student is missing in the blue quadrant that is preventing further learning. Like any system, the old syllabus is designed to produce some outcome. Lots of assumptions have been made that everybody who comes to school has got a predominance of the blue quadrant or the skill quadrant, but the lack of research in cognitive and intelligence side of people caused the old syllabus to be so narrowly designed. For example, even when we design a car, we make the assumption that not everybody is a careful driver and there might be accidents. And so we have designed a system to prevent people dying in case of accidents. Seat belts, airbags are an example of such provisions. Continuing the car example, on the dashboard there are various indicators and notification telling us whether the engine is overheating or the fuel is low. Not everybody is a mechanic, and a blue quadrant in terms of fixing a car that would enable them to know everything about driving. So when the car is designed, it is designed for somebody who has very little skill in fixing cars and knowing about cars. My take is that the old syllabus didn't make such a provision, and this is where it has failed. That said, there is nothing wrong with the inverted pyramid of skills it has created till date. We just need to add more systems to enable the learning for students who are dominated by the red quadrant or the information quadrant. You might have been wondering why I'm not mentioning the green quadrant students and the yellow quadrant students. Well, for them, the old syllabus isn't such a torture. They can live with it. They are very logical and conceptual. They can easily identify some skills that they are missing and learn and relearn them on their own. Of course, the old syllabus isn't doing justice to them also, but we'll discuss more about what we can add on in the new syllabus that would incorporate provisions for the green quadrant people as well as the yellow quadrant people. That we will do in the next chapter. Moreover, if we can fix the old syllabus like a provision for the red quadrant, that itself would be a major milestone in educational innovation, benefiting the green quadrant and the yellow quadrant as well. If we do not make any changes in the old syllabus, then my prognosis is not good one. I see more and more students disillusioned by education itself. At the same time, the pressure on the education institutions will not decrease. So they will have to keep up lowering the standards or creating new standards so more students pass. Using the old syllabus, new pedagogies will be developed that would, on the surface, seem very innovative, but at the core, it would be the same. In this way, we would end up with students with high degrees but with no skills. It's sad. There will still be enough students to become doctors, engineers, lawyers, researchers, high-level entrepreneurs, financiers, writers. Of that, there is no worry. Our civilization will not collapse into ignorance. This is because there are plenty of blue quadrant students who would not want it any other way. But the victims will be those from the red quadrant predominance. Secondly, it will be those in the yellow quadrant, and lastly, those in the green quadrant. All these three-fourths of the population will not be able to enjoy their studies, and that is the outcome of the current old system. As I've been sharing you in my story of education earlier on, I was always a rebel. I did not make much noise, but from my earlier days, I knew that the old system was lacking so many features, so I added them on my own. So as a result, I enjoyed my studies thoroughly. I am still a voracious reader and student of everything. Consequently, I learned from the good teachers and the bad teachers. I took the best from the old syllabus and added my own twist in them. Many of my friends thought I was crazy in the way I studied and things I added in the syllabus. Little did they know that their friend was a yellow quadrant guy. In the various colleges I work for, I see the teachers being frustrated because the students are not able to grasp the skills, the facts, the data that they're being taught. The teachers themselves are blue quadrant people, and they teach assuming that their students themselves are from the same blue quadrant or skill quadrant. Unfortunately, as we know now, it's not true. However, the saddest part is they are not looking for an answer or for a solution to this quagmire that they have found themselves in. They too should become rebels, and I hope that one day my work will reach them and all of the other teachers in the world.